A lot of interesting things are happening. Well, maybe not a lot. Maybe not as much things I can talk about. Tomorrow's going to be interesting, though. Tomorrow's going to be interesting not for the reason that I stated yesterday, but tomorrow should be interesting. If it does happen to be the reason that I stated yesterday, then the thing that I forgot about yesterday is that's supposed to be happening tomorrow doesn't happen. Uh, which is not a thing that I want to happen, but something else may happen at some point. Oh boy, I've been watching JoJo, which is great. I watched like a YouTube video about why it's great, and I was like, oh yeah, I haven't watched JoJo in a while. So I went back, and now I'm finishing Stardust Crusaders. It's been a while, and it's good to be back, I guess. Fucking fantastic show. I'm like a few episodes close to the ending, and I might just finish it tonight. Because I'm pretty sure I've got time. So I'm just gonna go crazy and go ahead and do that. Yeah. Yeah. I had to think about the time for a second there. Let me sip this water here. I had the hiccups earlier, but I guess I dealt with it somehow. I don't know, they might come back. Perhaps by sheer willpower, my desire to not have hiccups during this, I won't have hiccups. Which is probably how it works, right? I don't usually sneeze during these things. I don't like sneezing. Sneezed like twice, and I hate it. I don't know. I think it's gross. But whatever. Yeah. I mean, tomorrow, the thing that happens tomorrow will be cool, but I don't know if the video that I'll record tomorrow will even at all involve that thing. So the next day, that'll be cool. People in the chat kind of know about this. And then there's another upcoming thing that nobody in the chat knows about. And it's pretty exciting. I don't want to talk too much about it in case it falls through, but well, it's pretty exciting. I don't know if I can say anything about this. I mean, nothing's been signed and nothing's concrete. And nobody said anything about not saying anything about it. But I wonder if that clues anybody in. I don't know, maybe a little bit. Also, Kumo and Shield. Yeah, so I'm getting comments now. People are telling me, yeah, it's broken. I know it's broken. For the latest episode of Kumo, I'll be reading words that aren't on screen yet. So the video is slow, which we already kind of knew. We just didn't know to what degree and how much it would affect things. And we're also not sure where it breaks or how to fix it. But we're working on it. Yeah. By we, I mean me and Frank. And Frank's going to sleep. Hopefully he'll look into it tomorrow. I recorded a test video where I just watched a timer. And he'll be able to look at the timer and see exactly what happens in terms of the video changing. Because it's been consistent. We know it's been consistent. But, like, I mean, I think if I just got into the habit of reading the words at the very top, then it would be fine. It's just in this certain circumstance, I didn't do that, and therefore the words were cut off, which is bad. And there's a bunch of videos now, and I have no idea if they're like that or not. So we'll just kind of see. Maybe we can fix it. I don't know. Don't know really where the problem starts either. It just has something to do with just uploading it and transferring it. I mean, when we were using Google Drive, nothing really broke or whatever with in regards to Kumo and Shield. Everything kind of seemed to work out well, but for some reason, giving them to Frank all the way in across the ocean or whatever, it just breaks it. So the first video we tried using Line. I actually uploaded the video onto the Line Messenger thing, and then I had him download that, and I was like, dude, hold on, this video is kind of broken. It's probably Line. And I was like, just download the one that's on Mega now, because we decided to use Mega. Line was just a test thing, and I got Mega all figured out. And he's like, download that one, and he's like, there's no difference. It's the same. And I was like, well, shit. You know, and for some reason he can't download from Drive. I don't know what's going on there. He's just not able to. So there's a problem there. I mean, maybe we could try Dropbox or something else, but I mean, if two completely different things somehow created the same process, I don't know. So I mean, if we can just figure out exactly what's going wrong, and because it's consistent, or we think it's consistent, we can just change it and fix it for each video, maybe. Or it's just a lot of work. I don't know, because it doesn't seem to skip anywhere. It just slows down, or it freezes, or something somewhere. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happens. Well, skipping wouldn't make sense. I think it would just freeze, right? It probably just freezes in places. We think the audio is completely fine, though, which is good. The audio is the most important part. The audio seems to remain fine for the most part. There's no weird breaks or like skips or anything. He just, you know, like he's just looking at the WAV file and he's like, yeah, everything here looks normal. And to me that's good, and I haven't heard anything in the comments about, hey, the audio is dumb. Just that the visuals are broken, which again we already knew. We just don't completely know how to fix it. And I realize a lot of the people that are watching that show don't watch this, but you know, we're working on it. It's also interesting that people do follow along with both the audio and the visuals at the same time. I wasn't sure about that. I mean, I'm sure some people do just put it on in the background and just listen to it, but I don't know, maybe it's easier to follow the words just in case I fuck up somewhere. I don't know. That's kind of the reasoning behind still reading like all of the status and shit, because even though it's ridiculously long now and very, very annoying to read, I still just try to read the whole thing, just so in case there is someone who happens to be blind or just doesn't watch the things and just listens, they still know what's going on. There are some things they miss, like the translator or the author puts, I think it's the author, puts a little mark next to, or they write new next to every skill that's new since the last time we did that, and I don't do that. I don't know, I think it's just like interesting for people who are really trying to keep track, but at the same time, I don't know, it's more things to read, and I don't know if it's that important, honestly. Is she gonna kill? Okay, she didn't, but it didn't really matter. We're doing alright. I grinded a bit today. I think I'm just gonna stay within 2,000, because I don't want to grind that much. And I think 2,000... Oh, apparently I'm within 1,000. I'm just bouncing up and down. Yeah, within 1,000 I get an LR ticket. Within 2,000 I get a UR ticket, you know? And that's an LR chance ticket, which apparently just kind of don't happen ever. The only difference between these two things is a guaranteed ultra rare or a chance of an LR, which you're more likely to get a rare from it. Of course, if I shot for 500, I'd get 2 of those, and I'd also get 2 Katrinas. 2 Katrinas is why I would shoot for 500, because her skill being better and her being an Giga Ultra Rare eventually would just make her better.
because she would be then better than my other resurrect. But as Joa says, healers suck. I don't know. Healers are all right. I like using healers every now and then. Depends. Really, all depends on your team setup. As does a lot of the maidens in this game. But that's how it works. Just you pay attention. You get shit right. Ooh, that was. I don't know if you could hear that. That was powerful. Throat burp there. Just like woof. Just killed me for a second. Still functioning, but that was surprising. Probably just remnants of the hiccups I was having. I don't really know how hiccups work. I don't even remember what I did this time to fix it, but they're gone. I think. I hope. Yeah, probably. I'm surprised I don't have maximum likability on Dancing Sally. I've been very close for a long time. But I don't know. Maybe I'll grind a bit. I should grind while streaming at some point. I was gonna do other work today, but I didn't get around to it. That's like why I didn't stream at least. Because I was gonna record Shield, but then I was just talking Switch news with everybody. Switch looks really fun, by the way. Nintendo Switch. They did a whole big thing, and they showed a bunch of shit, and I mean, I want to save up for one, but I know I'm terrible with money. I hope I can save up for one. I know I'm getting Breath of the Wild. There's no way I'm not getting Breath of the Wild. If I don't have the money for the Switch, I'm going to get it on the Wii U. Because it looks fantastic. Everybody says it plays fantastic. I gotta get it. The new Mario game looks good too. That's until like fucking holiday shit though, or whatever. Interestingly enough, though, I may actually get the Zelda Special Edition or even the Master Edition set before I even get the console, right? So there's a special limited edition set. There's two versions. There's a special edition and there's a master edition. Master edition comes with a little trophy, and there are less of those than the other one, and it's more expensive. Not trophy as much, but like a statue of the Master Sword, but it's all beaten up and broken or whatever. It holds some sort of significance. It also comes with the game and a carrying case for your Switch that's all Zelda themed, Breath of the Wild themed, and a map of Breath of the Wild, and I think a coin, a stylized Sheikah coin, I think they're called. And I feel like there's something else I'm missing. There's a case, a map, coin, the game, and I feel like there's one other thing that almost didn't feel as important, but was still pretty cool. But because it's limited and I still super want it, I might just buy it like before I buy the console itself. I'll have a carrying case for the console before even ordering the console if I just don't have the money for both, because I super fucking want that. Like my Wii U is Zelda themed. It'd be great to have a Zelda themed case, and it'd just be great to have a case for the damn thing in general. And it's awesome to have that kind of limited shit, because even my Wii U is limited. My Wii U is Wind Waker version, which very limited. At some point, I saw those going for like $600 on Amazon, which is not the regular retail price, especially for the Wii U, which sold horribly. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like they may have made more of them, but at some point they were scarce. Still pretty cool though. I don't know very many other people with it, so that kind of thing. Yeah. So that it might be what I do if I have the money for it. If I have the money for either of them. If I have just not the money for any of that, I'll probably, hopefully, still have the money for at least the Wii U version of Breath of the Wild, because, by God, it just looks amazing. It's just everything about it is super cool. I don't know. Sometimes, when I think about it, I feel like I'm just going to get confused and lost. But at the same time, I don't think I can. I'm pretty sure I can just do whatever the fuck I want, right? That's what the game's about. Like some Zelda games, I'm like really confused and I don't know where to go next. But what I think with this one is that while there is a main storyline, it doesn't matter where you go next. I think I can just pick a direction and see what's there, which is awesome. Because sometimes I just, I lose track of things and I just fucking forget about some shit and I just don't even fucking worry about it. Uh, so then it's just like, I don't even have to. And sometimes I'm very prone to missing the obvious. Just not noticing very clear things in Zelda games and other games especially. I'll just kind of not know what to do next and then just give up. But I don't think that's going to be possible in Breath of the Wild. I think I can just wander around, do whatever the hell I want until I accidentally bump into, the next story plot or whatever, uh, which is super fun. And also, like I talked about this a bit with, I think, Dave, the whole Wii U version versus and Switch version. I almost called it the NX. And the Wii U version, it's going to be like slightly downgraded and things like that, and it'll just look better on the Switch. And I'm just like, well, yeah, but if I don't have the money for the Switch, and even still, I just want to play the game. And because it is open world, because all of your decisions are just kind of like, you just make whatever decision you want at the moment. Every new gameplay, as long as you don't do the same thing, you're gonna be able to experience something new, something different with it every new time. So I can have just this game on the Wii U where I find these things, and then when I have a Switch, when I have the game, then I can just do something completely different with it. I can see what happens in the other directions and find other things and just do something else. you know. So I don't really mind having two copies of the same game, especially if it's just something that's as highly anticipated as something like Breath of the Wild, which they've been working on for like 2 years or something. Like, this game was promised as the Wii U Zelda game. There is no Wii U Zelda game. There's an HD remake of Wind Waker, and that's it. That's an HD remake. The last time they released an actual Zelda game was fucking was Link Between Worlds. Link Between Worlds. Which, of course, I played. It's fucking fantastic. And they're gonna take a lot of that, a lot of what they did there with flipping the script and doing that with Breath of the Wild. But Breath of the Wild was going to be the Wii U one, but then they just got a little too ambitious with it, and then they just extended it, and now it's just for the Switch release as well as Wii U. But again, the Wii U will just look slightly worse, but I don't really care because my eyes aren't that good anyway. I don't know. But yeah, so that's my plan for the next few months. Save up, see what I can buy. Hopefully not buy more random things. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Uh, yep. I'll keep you posted on various things. But I'm pretty sure I should be ending the episode now. Getting back to watching some JoJo. Which, of course, I would recommend for, I don't know, pretty much anybody. Yeah, anybody. JoJo is like the most influential thing in Japan ever. Just ever. Just really. Like, that is an absolute fact. Like, the manga, like, it's the most influential. The artist for the manga is the only manga artist to be what is it? He had his work in the Louvre, that fucking French art thing. The fucking Louvre is great. It's great. Everybody knows who it is, what it is. It's not big in America though, because it's just really hard to be big in America because there's a lot of weird copyright things. Because a lot of the shit is named after various musical artists from America. Look into it, though. It's cool. It's interesting. It's a great fucking show. Great manga, too, probably. I'm assuming. I haven't read it. Take care of yourself.